All right, what's up everyone? Be the installer here. We're gonna install something very important today, and that's a bidet, because it's one of the most treasured electronic products in our house. Here we have the Smart Bidet SB-1000 WE. I think the E stands for elongated, because there's a round and elongated type, but this is one of my favorite things because, man, I think Demolition Man had it right when they talked about the 3 seashells and using toilet paper and all that stuff for taking a poo.
They used handfuls of wadded paper back in the 20s.
He doesn't know how to use the 3 seashells.
I think that's one thing that we don't do great as Americans is, you know, we're not using enough bidets. So I'm gonna show you guys how to install this. It's very easy. In fact, the hardest part is actually putting the electrical in, which is kind of common for a lot of products that use power. It's getting the power to them. So first things that we did is we ran electrical from this outlet here through the cabinet, around this, you know, pocket door. If there's one thing that I absolutely hate, it's pocket doors. I had to run it around, and we came out and got electrical down here, and this is a GFCI outlet so that we don't get electrocuted while we're going to the bathroom. You want to make sure you have that within a few feet of the toilet, right? So we have power, and if you need power, you're gonna have to figure that out. It's relatively easy to get power there. But this bidet has power, it has heated water, it has a heated seat. It's really awesome, and it's like 300 bucks on Amazon, so it's totally worth it. And this one has heated seat and heated water, which is crucial when you're talking about a bidet. It's fantastic. So I'm gonna get this replaced right now, and the first thing that we need to do is actually take this seat off. So that is relatively easy. Now, it's not the cleanest thing in the world here, but there's just these screws on the bottom here for the two that we gotta loosen up here with the Phillips. Let me grab a Phillips. Got that. And we'll just loosen them up from the top here, or not. Can I have the flathead right there? All right, we got them with the flathead, there we go. Loosen them up. So we're just gonna pull these off. It might be stripping, no, good. So we're just getting rid of this entire seat and you know, hold on to it for later in case we switch it back. But unlikely, once you put a bidet on, you're much more likely to get 2 or 3 or 4 more of them for the rest of your bathrooms. So that is the goal here. This is our third here, so there we go. It's kind of gross when you take it off. We're gonna have to clean it up a little bit, but getting that seat off is key. Now, if you have really short distance here, if it's like a small toilet seat or just toilet in general, you may not be able to fit this on there. So make sure that you have this depth. I think there are specifications when you purchase this that tell you make sure you have a certain amount of clearance. But let's pull some of this stuff out now. We have the hose we're gonna put on. There is a bypass or like a splitter here that we put on in there. That's one of the first things we do is put this hose on. Then we're gonna have the seat that connects where I just took the stuff off. This is the remote we'll use. And then the bidet itself is pretty sizable. Get this out of the packaging. Not as fun of an unboxing as I typically do, but you know. So you can't sit on the lid of this once you put it on. So you gotta be careful, and you need to use like special detergent to clean it so that the sensor doesn't go bad. But let's get back on track. We need to get these parts in here and start putting this together. All right, so first things first, we have to put this splitter on and add this hose. So in order to do that, I turned the water off, obviously. You're still gonna get a little bit of dripping out of this clean water here, but we gotta take that off and add the splitter. So, you know, lost a little water there. You can get a towel and we'll clean that up in a second. So I'm actually gonna put this on up here. Tighten that up. Make sure that the extra split goes toward this side here. There we go, it's facing the right way. Then we're gonna put the other one back on here, the original cold water. Tighten that up, nice and tight. All right, and then we turn the water back on, right? No, just kidding, we don't do that. Now we have to put this hose on there, which will connect to the bidet here. So I'm gonna just add it now. And you can tighten that up with the wrench if you need to. Right now it's just hand tightened. You just make sure it's not gonna come loose. We don't want any water spraying all over the bathroom. All right, look at that, beautiful. So then we have our new, I guess you'd call them screws, washers, all the different things. And really all you have to do is set this on here. You know, use these as washers where they kind of sit in place and get them situated. And then we take these apart and you put these plastic bolts downward with the washer and the nuts on the bottom. So it's just like this. It's very easy to do. Screw them in tight. Now I'm gonna leave them a little bit loose because you may have to manipulate this. Screw this other one on. Okay, so now we have a baseline here. This one's a little tighter. I'm gonna loosen it back up. So now we have to situate this and see if it fits. And so there's this little groove right here on the bottom, you can see. Those are the two areas that they go in. And then it goes in this groove. So we're gonna check that out. Let's take this off. There's some plastic to remove. Make sure that you remove that before you turn it on. But we'll do it now. And so I'm gonna go in here. I'm gonna set it down and make sure that groove aligns. And then I'm gonna push it back onto the rail. And then it clipped. So I wanna look at this from the front here and make sure that it aligns with the seat here. So you kind of have to do a little triangulation of, because is it gonna catch and stay tight? And then is that rail situated in the right spot? And then can we tighten that up? I do believe this is on. It's pushed back a little far. So I'm gonna try to wiggle it forward just a little bit. There we go. And if you don't have it in the exact spot, there's actually a button you can press right here that will release the lid. So I can press that and slide it back off because it went a little cockeyed on me when I was pushing it back. So I'm gonna try to get this side back a little further and the other side more forward, just to gotta even it up. There we go, one little spot forward. I think that will actually square it up all the way. I'm gonna lock it down this time so that it can't move. It looks more square to me now, and I will try to get it on again. There you go. Now it's on, nice and square. I like that much better. Now it does take away a little bit of the depth of the toilet. You have a smaller poop radius. It's a little bit funny, but totally worth it when you get it all situated. So we have to connect the water here. So we're actually just gonna connect this water to the back, just putting that on clockwise. This is the final water connection. So make sure you have all three back connected when you're ready to turn this on, right? And wait to power it up until we're all the way finished with this. There we go. I don't want to over tighten it, but it does work nice and easy there. Now, before you plug it in, make sure we turn the water back on because we turned it off to do this and it's been off ever since. So I'm just gonna reach in here and I'm gonna go ahead and crank the water back on. There you go. You can hear it coming in. Crank it all the way open because now water's going into the tank and also into your bidet, so you want max flow. And now that we got water flow, we can actually plug it in. And when we plug it in, it's gonna start beeping and making noise, and that's why you wanna turn the water on first, because you don't want it to try to pump in water that's not available, right? So here we go, plug it in. Should be a light that comes on right here. Power, there you go. It's making noises, but you can't hear it because the water tank's still filling up here. But basically we got the power button there, and then there's an eco button as well. And now we have what should be the smart bidet filling up with water as well, getting ready to go here. But that's pretty easy. That's very straightforward installation process, if I do say so myself. And then all we have left to do is put the batteries on this control panel here, which is really nice. It's a really nice remote. It sits right next to you. We've had our other ones for over a year and the batteries have not needed to be replaced to this date. Got the batteries in there. Turn that over, see if the buttons work. There you go, good to go. Now, you can't necessarily see, but there are different red buttons on there for levels. You can turn them up. So we'll actually stick this on the wall here. You can just get this in place and pull off this 3M tape. You also can put screws in it if you want. There's 2 screw holes right there. But since, this is the first use of this one, I'm gonna put it right here on the wall. Make sure we got some, good distance above the toilet paper roll that we probably won't use as much, right? And that's it, man. You're good to go. Now for first use. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not actually gonna use it. Wearing the shorts and I'm not trying to get them all wet, but I wanted to show you kind of the buttons here. You got the rear, of course, which is what I use here. There's some other buttons, some turbo. I don't know why you want turbo. And then the drying function is pretty awesome. So you press one of these here and then the stop button when you want it to turn off. And then you do have the seat temp. You can just tap it. That's on 3. Now it's on low, medium, high. I think that was off, low, medium, high. And the same thing for water temp. So you can go, it's on, that's off. That's low, medium, high. You just keep pressing that button. It's kind of confusing with all these buttons. And then for water pressure, I think you just hit plus, and then it does plus or minus. So there's 4 different things. Nozzle position, you can move that, front, back, whatever. And then you have oscillate going forward and back, and then eco mode. So it's a pretty handy remote. It is kind of that capacitive touch, so it's like, it doesn't matter how hard you press it, it's more that you just press it nice and firm and flat there to get it on there. So I'll make sure that both of these are back on high temp, and we're good to go. And all you have to do now is just live it up and enjoy it. And overall, I really think that this smart bidet is fantastic. If you're on the fence and you're like, should I get one of these? The answer is definitely yes. You will not return it, I guarantee, and you'll get more of these in the future. We have like 3 or 4 of them now. So straight up, I don't go to the bathroom anywhere else. I'm holding it until I get back to my bidet just because it's that much better. So if you're interested in buying one of these, check the links in the description below. That definitely supports the channel, and ask any questions you have. If you have anything, let me know. I always try to help people on the installation, or just if it's good in general, if you have any questions about that. And make sure to smash the like button on the way out. Subscribe to the channel. We appreciate you guys watching. See you on the next video.